On behalf of the City Council and staff, I want to thank you. You being the citizens of North Richland Hills for making this new center possible. In 2003, North Richland Hills voters overwhelmingly approved Proposition 5 to improve animal services. But Proposition 5 included a stipulation that improvements would be funded partly through donations, and our community has not let the animals down. Over the years, more than $1,075,000 has been collected to help pay for the construction of this new facility. We're thankful for each of you and for every contribution, no matter how big and no matter how small. Reese, what are you doing? Oh, you want to come say hi? She wants to go see the dogs. Dog? The council and I would also like to thank the members of the Animal Shelter Advisory Committee for their service to our community. Dr. Jed Ford, who has been actively involved in this for years and years. Dr. Ford, thank you. Pam Burney. Pam, thank you for when you were with the city and now with the ASPCA. Thank you so much. Councilman Tito Rodriguez. Tito, again, you get 2 introductions. He's got to pay me twice. And then Assistant City Manager Paulette Hartman. Paulette? Where's Paulette? Oh, back over here. Thank you. I'd like to ask Pam Burney if she would come up and say a few words. Or Dr. Ford, both. Come on up. Dr. Ford, you're being put in front. Pam moved over. Again, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Dr. Ford.
Thank you, guys. It's been a long road, and it's come to a pleasant destination. I'm really excited to see this shelter. It's got a lot of innovations and cool things that will make these animals fly out the door and keep them healthy while they're here. They have a great staff who cares about these animals, and not just in this shelter, but in the community. And support of the council and the administration is what it takes to have a successful operation.
Well, I'd like to thank you for your support, and I'd like to recognize a group of people this morning, and I've worked with many of them for years and years, and I'm talking about the staff and the volunteers. They're over here. I see some former staff as well in the crowd. So at this time, I'd like to get a round of applause for our dedicated staff. Well, this is been a long time coming, and many of us wanted it to happen sooner, but I think the fact that it's happening now makes it a little bit better because it's state of the art, and it's a great facility. It's got the meet and greet rooms, which are going to help facilitate the adoptions, and it's got a separate entrance for the sick and the stray animals away from the adoption area, and this is going to help to prevent the spread of disease. It's got natural lighting features and some lower noise features, which will help both the animals and the public. And I believe that there are just a lot of good features that maybe weren't available when we approved it back in 2003, and now it can be better. So I think this is a building that the citizens of North Richland Hills can be very proud of. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Dr. Ford, for being here and for all the things that you have done for this community and for the animals in this community for the past number of years, because you've been at it for a while. I do want to recognize some people who have helped to bring us to today. We have our Director of Animal Services, Chun Metzger. And then we have some staff, so wave as I call your name. We have Candy. Candace. Spencer. Nora, Marie, Kadia. She's not here, that's right, she's not here today. Jackie, and Susan. And we wish Mary Beth could be with us today, and we miss her. I'd also like to introduce some of the administrative staff who have helped put together the plans that got us here. Paulette Hartman, Assistant City Manager. Jimmy Perdue, our Director of Public Safety, who actually oversaw this project. Karen Bostic, Assistant City Manager. Mike Curtis, our Director of Development Services. And Chris Amarante, who's our Director of Facilities, who had a day-to-day job of overseeing the facility. Now, all of those innovations that weren't available back in 2003, 2004 have been put into place by Quorum Architects with David Duman and Kim Dowdy. And there are some other, they've done a number of other animal shelters in the area and rescue centers like this, and I like to look at those as they were all really good practice for this facility. So thank you very much. And then the people that actually put the building together. We have modern contractors with A.J. Jacobs, Cherie Connor, and Steve Buckner. And now I have Amber Ray from Stephanie Click's office, who has a presentation from State Representative Stephanie Click. There she is. Okay, all right. Okay.
I would just like to present this just to commemorate today's day. It's a state certificate from the member, and I wish y'all many years of success. It's a beautiful facility. And I'm hoping I get out of here without taking a critter home with me.
No, that's part of the requirement. Yeah, you have to take one home. But all right, we're ready for the ribbon cuttings, and we're going to have 2 ribbon cuttings. We're going to have a human ribbon cutting, and then we're going to have one by one of our shelter dogs, Bo.
1, 2, 3.